Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to Send the Record Straight podcast. It's your boy Vic and Hope.
It's your girl Kai.
And today we're going to talk about interracial relationships. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? No,
I think it's not just a topic about interracial relationships, but more so about the idea of can you be pro-black and be in an interracial relationship.
okay, that too. Yeah, I think that's how we wrote it down.
Right.
Um, yeah, so that's going to be the topic today. Since you started talking, you might as well go on, sister.
No, go ahead. I want to give you the space to lead. I'm
um, yeah, I think when it comes to like being pro-black, I think you can't be pro-black and date interracially. Um, I just think that like it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? To be pro-black and then you know what I'm saying you just like you got people out here that be like I don't date black women or I don't date black men. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like it just so when people be saying here talking about they for the movement and you know what I'm saying they be doing all of that, but like you never dated somebody black or like you know what I'm saying you don't even look to see to make it work with black people. Like I feel like I just feel like it's just your actions is not representing what you're saying you're about. So, and I know a lot of people like saying, "Oh, like we so quick to be like, oh, Hispanic people are black." Like, we just be grouping a lot of people under the black fold, and I don't agree with that either. Like, people be forgetting that Spain is in Europe, and just because some Hispanic people might have more black than others, right? They might have more Afro in them. I'm gonna say Afro. I'm not even gonna say black. Um, I would say they might have some African descent, some African blood in their genes. Doesn't mean they also don't have European. And some might have more African than European. And it's a lot of Hispanics that have more European than African. But I feel like even the ones that have more European than African, we just be so quick to just say like, oh, they black too. And yeah, I don't fully agree with that. I think that like yeah, they got a little African in them. But again, everybody doesn't interpret the word black like I do or how it's supposed to be interpreted. So, but yeah, I don't think you could be pro-black and and be messing and be in a relationship or get married to like somebody that's not black.
I think you could be pro-black and be in an interracial relationship. I think it's my whole thing is like to what degree, right? Are you pro-black? And to what degree are you pro-black? So I think like just being in a relationship like with a black person is like not enough because there's plenty of people who are in relationships with black people and they're the furthest from being pro-black. So I think it's a little bit more than like just your identity, but I definitely feel like there's a spectrum, right? So for me, like um what being pro-black means being aware of like what's going on in the black community, and part of being aware of what's going on in our community is the fact that our marriage rates um in terms of black men and black women are significantly low, right? And we know that the power of the black family unit, and we know that when we were able to mobilize, when we were the most unified during those times, our marriage rates were exponentially greater. So part of building that foundation, right? Because of course, revolutionizing, like mobilizing, like breaking down these systems that like oppress us, right, are yes, they are important as well. But I think the basis of like our what it should be for our agenda as Black people is to be happy and is to build like a great family. So if you don't envision that future for yourself, and that you don't envision a woman in which like mirrors you, right? You don't want blackness within your wife. You don't want blackness within like your children. Um, then yeah, there's levels to it in terms of how pro-black I will view you. I'm not automatically the type of person though to be like, oh, like if a dude is married to, say, a black man is like married to a white woman, like, oh, you ain't pro-black, like, oh, like F you, like that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that. But yeah, I think there's levels to it, personally.
Levels like what?
Levels to pro blackness. Levels
Like
to,
what?
what do you mean? What? There's no, it's not, I don't have
You
tiers and names for it.
you said there's levels. You feel like
It's a spectrum, right? It's a spectrum. To me, from 1 to 10, where I'm gonna place you, it's never gonna be 10. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not, to me, that isn't aligned fully with the definition of being pro black. How pro black are you to
so
me?
that's what I'm asking you.
A person to in which somebody is gonna, if somebody dates somebody outside their race, I'm automatically putting you outside the spectrum. You on one, you hate yourself, you don't love your, like, no, that's what I'm saying.
But you made a post like that on Instagram. Oh, you want?
And,
I'm saying,
and
listen,
you
listen.
post on
I,
Instagram about, hold on.
hold on. I'm fair. I'm fair. Like you're saying one thing, and you know what I'm saying. Your messages.
What did hold on, because we're on this podcast,
All
so
right.
that's to why we're talking about Instagram. But since we want to talk about Instagram, go ahead.
What are you talking about? I'm trying to understand your spectrum, and then you're saying that just because this has everything to do with the conversation. You're saying that just because somebody dates outside the race,
Mm-hmm.
you're not automatically putting them at one.
Right,
Like you hate yourself, and you know you got the self hatred and all of that, right? But you
right.
made a post about black men, like you don't understand why these women, you know what I'm saying, are like feeling some type. Hold on. Let me finish. You made a post about you don't understand why these black women feel some type of way when black men go outside of the race. You
Right.
saying it's not your fault that they got some self hatred or that they don't. You made these statements about
Wait.
black men. Hold on. You made your post. And let me finish. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. Chill,
Wait, go.
chill. Your post mentioned that these men have self hatred, right? It did. You can make that face. It did.
How about, before you, hold on, because I know exactly what I said, and
So
I
let me
know
finish.
it.
So let me
Wait,
finish.
hold on. Before you go into all of that, I want you, if do you have another phone, access to another phone, I would like you to read the post word by word. Don't come up with your synopsis, because that's not
I'm
what.
not coming up with nothing like you literally posted that, and I even and
Oh,
hold on, and I even told you like just because somebody did that does not mean that
okay.
they have self hatred. We literally had this conversation
We
before
didn't
we
have
did.
a conversation because bro, I said if it don't apply, let it fly.
But what did I say?
Mm,
Look, I did.
oh, no.
I mentioned. I mentioned just because they're going outside of their race does not mean they hate themselves. And now you're saying that, but you made that post. But now you're saying something different. Now you're saying like, oh, just because you went outside the race doesn't mean I'm gonna cast you out. So this is why I was trying to understand your levels of what you meant by I'm gonna hold you in a certain spectrum. I'm just trying to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because to me, because you're saying you feel like, oh, you could date outside the race and still be pro-black. So I'm trying to understand your levels. Because to me, that's not something that you can do. Like Angela Davis. Yeah, she did whatever she did. You know what I'm saying? She's a freedom fighter and she was out here in the struggle. But she married a white woman. So yeah, you did some work, you put in some work in, but I'm like, I I don't know. I,
do, do me a favor. Since we're talking about the post and it was a great post, I meant everything that I said. Can you please, like, I don't have access to another phone, whatever, to
you
go through.
got your, you don't got your computer out?
Yeah, I do actually.
Exactly what I don't
Hold
like.
on, because I just yeah, like that's very
All right,
confusing.
I will have to go get the portal
Yeah, go ahead.
because you want to play. Because you want you. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. People are asking questions too, so I want to get to the questions in a little bit, but not right now. We just trying to discuss this. But Kai trying to play like she got
Hold
amnesia.
on. No, I got you. I got you. Never mind. Sorry. So I
So you
said,
made me. So you made me go get
wait,
my phone.
Hold on. I apologize. I don't really access Instagram through my computer, but hold on.
Okay, I got it.
So I said I
I
just don't
don't.
understand
Yeah.
why they continue to give space to black men who hate us and their mamas. Like, why I keep doing that? I'm gonna continue. The black men I know love black women. I go where I'm celebrated, so I don't know these males y'all speak about that don't like us. They don't exist in my world, right? Then I said, oh, why is that one not showing? Can you read the next one for me, please?
I'm definitely gonna read it. It says here, and this was typed up. You know what I'm saying? It said
Oh,
80.
84%, sorry. 84% of black men are married to black women. So this narrative that black men don't like black women needs to stop. Stop begging these self-loathing men to value you when there are so many black men who love black women. So let me focus on the sentence. I know exactly what sentence you're talking about. When I said stop begging these self-loathing men to value you. So what's important for you to know that this is a third slide into two other tweets that were relevant to what I said. This is a continuation. So you can context is important. So prior to me saying this, and I'll repeat it again, stop begging these self-loathing men to value you, is going back to two more over, right? And I says, I just don't understand why black women continue to give space to black men who hate us and their mamas, right? Therefore, black men who make comments such as, I don't date black women, I don't want these dark bitches. We know, we've seen these comments, right? Come out of celebrities' mouth, come out of certain men's mouths, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? I'm asking women and I'm telling women, yo, all right, this dude, whenever Kodak Black, whenever Bobby Schmurder, whenever 50 Cent, whenever Lil Wayne had made disparaging comments about black women, why do y'all all flock to the comments to curse them out and to be mad at them? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. Like, yo, why are you creating space for them? Right. And then I go on and I say, the black men I know love black women. Right. And my other thing that I started off by saying is that 84% of black men are married to black women, which is true. So this narrative that's being portrayed, or this narrative that I hear a lot of times from black women, that black men don't love us, black men don't want us, is not true. These self-loathing men that we all know or hate, any black man that gets up and makes disparaging comments about black women, specifically, I'm talking about the I don't want these black bitches and shit like that. There's something deeply wrong with you, right? For Kodak Black, an extremely dark skinned man, to get up there and say that he doesn't want a woman that looks just like him, that doesn't look just like his mother, you have some issues, right? You have some self issues, right? Because you don't want to see yourself in your partner. That's very confusing to me, right? But my whole purpose in me stating that is that we need to stop focusing on that because that's not the vast majority of the way that black men think. So that's all that I was saying. So you took three slides that all had something to do with each other and you took one sentence, right? But that's what people do on the internet all the time. So yeah.
No, the two other slides was comments that other people made. You didn't make them, right? And then the third slide was something that you typed up. So of course, hold on. I'll let you talk. So the third slide is something that you typed up. So of course, I'm gonna talk about what you typed up. I'm not talking about what somebody just because you share something that some sentiments that somebody else posted. I don't really care about that. I'm talking about what you typed up,
That
and
doesn't
you said,
make sense when
hold,
you
hold,
look,
no,
you
hold.
ate
I'm talking. Hold on. I let you talk. I let you talk. I listen to you. I listen to you.
talking about something that I said. So I
All right. So I'm highlighting your chill, mamas. I'm highlighting. You know what I'm saying? How right now you're saying one thing, and my pushback is just because you don't want to date black women does not mean you hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, look, you making them faces and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, just because you don't want to date black women does not mean you hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the experiences.
I,
You're saying
I
stop begging these self.
read
Hold
the whole
on,
entire thing.
hold on. That's what I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that because you just now mentioned you
I
just now mentioned
by saying 84% of black men date black women.
that
So
I don't care about that.
now
I don't care
don't,
about that.
don't
That's
talk,
not what I'm talking about.
don't talk about one
That's not what
sentence
I'm talking about.
about
I'm
the
talking about
statement because otherwise
I'm
I'm pressing it.
I'm talking about addressing the fact that you're saying that basically right here, stop begging these men that hate themselves. Like, because you see a problem with black men not dating black women, or they saying certain things about black women. So you're looking at it like they have some mental issues, but maybe they hold on, but maybe they just have bad experiences with black women.
Okay. All
You
right.
know,
Next topic.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so
I already said what I.
I know you said what you
Not
said.
going off topic. Somebody commented that. Thank you. We are.
Somebody commented what?
We're going off topic.
We really not going off topic. I don't know why you kept trying to go, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just saying that right now you said something different than what you said earlier on your post. That's all I was saying. You know what I'm saying? And then you try to justify, you try to whatever you try to do about your post. And that's all I was saying. I was just saying right now you're saying that it's okay for you to date outside the relationship. And then like earlier, and then you're also saying like black men that don't date black women or don't want black women got a problem.
I never said that.
It's right
I
here. But
said that.
anyway,
Oh,
we're gonna move on. But look, but we're gonna move on because you are, obviously it's a,
please.
obviously look, you feel some type of way. But question: have you guys dated interracially yourself? If so, what were some of the pros and the cons?
Hmm.
Answer the. Have you dated interracially?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, for me, yeah, I definitely have spoken to other women that were not black. You know what I'm saying, like,
Vic.
what
Vic?
happened?
Be specific.
Be specific. I'm
Right. Like what nationalities?
somebody asked if I dated interracially, and I'm answering the question. So I have definitely interacted with women who were not black. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
somebody said the pros and the cons. Okay. The pros and the cons. Well, I think the issues that other women have are different than the issues that black women have, right? And I would say in the sense of like, I would say the black woman is not taught, it's not raised. All right, a lot of them are not raised in the house with a father. I'm saying, and they never seen, and I said this, we said this in another video, and they never seen their mothers catering to a man because there was no man in the house. Like Kai said, their moms was the side chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Oh,
So
topic.
hold
Keep
on,
it.
I'm answering the question. You didn't have nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had no experience with this. Can
Go
I
ahead.
take the mic?
Go ahead, King.
All right, thank you. So like Kai said, a lot of these sisters was raised with their mother being the side joint and not taking care. You know what I'm saying? You said that. You said that. All right. So, but anyway, let me go on. You don't gotta chill. I'm trying to get somewhere. The
I'm
more you
not.
cut me off, the more you cut me off, the more I can't get where I'm trying to go.
All right.
So like the sister said in the previous, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, a lot of these women grew up without having nobody like a man, or they don't know how to take care of a man. They don't know how to keep a man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, in other cultures, what I have noticed is that a lot of these women are raised, you know what I'm saying, learning how to cater to a man, how to be gentle to a man, how to, you know what I'm saying, how to, what's the word? Because I don't want to step on toes, because y'all sensitive. But so they just, I just feel like women in different cultures are raised totally differently. And some people might say, oh, they raised, they stupid, or they're raised like, you know what I'm saying, backwards, or they're raised whatever. But like what I just experienced was like most of the women that I have problems with were black women. You know what I'm saying? Most of the women that I have clashed with, I'm not saying that I didn't have issues with women that wasn't black. Because most women have little attitude problems. Most women have mood swings. Most women have, they emotional. Most women go through those, there's certain things that all women go through and all women exhibit. And then there's certain things that are specific to black women. You know what I'm saying? Like the concept of like not needing a man, right? Like, because you have to, the black community runs on the matriarch, right? Like black men haven't been in a household for decades, right? So this is something that is prevalent in the black community. It's prevalent to see a single parent household with just the mom, right? It's prevalent to see a mom wearing the pants, right? It's prevalent to see a masculine, aggressive black woman. That's prevalent. You know, so so definitely when you have that, it kind of like changes the dynamics when you're dealing with a woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman that is masculine, that might be just as masculine as you. You know what I'm saying? Because men oftentimes clash. So think about just men playing sports. Men clash with men all the time. So if your woman is masculine or she's exhibiting masculine traits, you're gonna clash with her. And that's aside from the emotional stuff. That's aside from the stuff that you're already gonna clash with her with. So it adds a layer of issues. So I think that's like the pros and the pros. And then if I have any pros, it's like the pros that I would have is that the black woman will understand me to a certain level a little more than any other woman because she comes from, and it's not always like that, but like they will be more prone to kind of like understanding you because
I'm
we
interested in like what, so you said other races, like I just think you should like, be more specific for the people. Like what are we talking about here? Like are we talking about Hispanic women? Like are we talking about Asian women? Are we talking about like what are we
Asian woman, Hispanic woman, like you know what I'm saying, like I don't discriminate.
have you ever dated a white woman, Victor?
Nah, never dated no white woman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't believe you could be pro black and date white women. Not saying that, not saying that I haven't interacted with white women or went out to eat with them and stuff like that. I'm just saying that like at the back of my mind, like I'd be like, I know I can't get married to you. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm Muslim, right? So it's like if a white woman is Muslim, like I gotta be able to take that into consideration because I'm not supposed to be thinking on some nationalistic type of stuff, you know. So, but if a white woman is not Muslim or whatever the case might be, like, no, I'm not even like no. Even if she was Muslim, I feel like I'm psychologically, you know, in that mind state, and I'm not saying it's right, but I'm already like in that mind state that like, yo, we're not gonna understand each other. You know, we probably gonna have issues, like our children gonna be reared a certain way. But I think that's also like the mentality that we kind of like hold on and keep up. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I definitely will say that like the treatment was definitely different with other races and then with black women.
Okay.
Somebody said you lying. I'm lying about? I'm lying. I'm lying about what? Everybody's culture is fucked up. Like government. Yeah, yeah. So hold on. I think somebody was.
Who's Susan?
What race? Somebody was like, "What race was the girl, Vic?" We have a bro. Definitely, we have a like. I read the book, right? Black Race, and Black Race talks about like people get into interracial relationships because it's about the power, right? Like black women know that her man doesn't have a lot of power like that, which is why I don't understand some of these black so-called feminist women when they try to sit here and say the black man is oppressing them. When the black man doesn't really have power to stop you from working somewhere, the black man doesn't have a power to stop you from moving somewhere. He doesn't have the power to stop you from getting an education. He doesn't have the power to do a lot of things to you. But yet black women low key they know the black man does not have that much power, right? So some black woman will be like, you know what, I'm dating a white man, I'm gonna get with a white man because a white man has power. He could give me the security that a black man can't give me. You know what I'm saying? Not just a job security, but also I don't got to worry about a white man getting gunned down. You know what I'm saying? So you don't got to worry about certain things. So some black women are stepping out, you know what I'm saying, to be with a white man because it applies more security, right? And this is just the psychological facts of, and then they got the black man. The black man dates the white woman because the black man feels power from sleeping with the master's wife, right? That's the psychological, that's the psychology. When even during slavery, right? Like the slaves, they used to feel because they was emasculated, so their power came from sleeping with the white man's woman. You know what I'm saying? Like betting her, like you know what I'm saying? That was his form of getting some of that manhood back, you know, from being violated by the white man. So this is some of the cycles that again we do see, like people talk about it all the time, right? Like successful black men tend to like kind of like sometimes go outside the race and date the white woman or the Latina. And even though I said this in another episode, even though the Latina women are very similar to black women, oftentimes Latina women are raised knowing how to take care of a man, knowing how to keep a man. Like they might give you a little attitude, they might give you a little lip, but at the end of the day, they are still ladylike a lot of times. Like some of our sisters think that being ladylike is just getting your nails done and getting your hair done. And you know what I'm saying? You still sit around with your legs open. You know what I'm saying? You st- you just like the bro. And sometimes that's cool. Sometimes that's cool. But I'm just saying like some of our sisters is just too masculine. And I think like we clash. And then sometimes guys don't want that. They'd rather the girl that gonna get her attitude, but she's still soft, she's still nurturing, she's still caring, she's still a certain way. So that's yeah, that's just my take on it. But what about you, Kyle? You said you never had an experience. Would you would you consider it? Like, do you have a problem? Do like because you said like you could be pro black and still date outside the race. So what is it that why is it that you haven't had an experience?
Um, Me personally, I'm not attracted to anything else other than black men. Honestly, I don't. I'm
When
not
you say black, do you mean African American or like
African.
anybody from the diaspora?
Body from the diaspora, right? And I specifically am attracted to a certain type of man, right? Usually very dark, right? All these physical attributes that I like are only you only find them in black men, right? I I've had very positive experiences with black men. I mean, maybe for you, things have been different, but I've had very positive experiences with black men. Black men seek me the most. I've definitely had white men approach me. I've definitely had Spanish men approach me. I've had a lot of different type of men approach me, but I'm just personally just not interested. And again, I don't envision my future. I don't envision my kids or anything like that with anybody else other than black. And I personally, I would never. I just can't. It just doesn't really. We don't really connect. It's hard for me to even find a lot of. I have some white friends that I'm cool with, but it's kind of even hard to even find that, right? Um, so yeah, no, I'm not really interested in that.
Have you ever dated an African American?
No,
How come?
I just haven't ran across one that has we've just connected. Maybe I'm not against it. In the future, maybe if it happens, I believe in organic connection. So if it's organic and it works and we're aligned, then we're aligned. If not, no. I've dated a lot of Caribbean men and a lot of African men, continental African men.
Hmm. So it's safe to say you don't date black people.
I never said that. That's
You
what
don't
you.
have to say it. I
That's
mean,
that's what you want. I mean, up your definition of black is solely African American. So I guess up to your definition, then yes. But I wouldn't say that I date interracially, and I've never opened up my legs for a white man. I don't
okay,
inter.
that makes sense because we use the word black globally today. So we include everybody. You know what I'm saying? We just throw everybody in there. So it makes sense. But
Right,
yeah, under my definition, like yeah, Caribbean people not black, African people not black. But I get it under your definition. Yeah, but
right. Have you ever?
so so we basically cover like what
Wait, wait.
I'm
I had a question.
saying.
Have you dated a black Arab?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I definitely so a lot of some of my younger girlfriends they were black Arabs. They were Garifuna, they were what I'm saying, Honduran. Definitely. See, but you gotta be careful with the Garifuna people, man. They be doing black magic and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They be doing all type of stuff. So you gotta watch out for those women. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like yeah, I think that's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that like some of them be into the secret arts and I don't be trying to get jammed up. You know what I'm saying? I done heard plenty stories of dudes getting jammed up, putting stuff in their food, putting stuff in their shoe and their clothes, like just doing a lot of stuff to keep the man there, like or just like it's just a lot of crazy stuff that goes on in our culture that a lot
mm,
of people don't really know about.
that's
Um,
it.
I, I was thinking about like Haitian women do it too, right? Like Haitian women, they do a little voodoo. they do little certain things. Certain Caribbean cultures, they have a remnants of whatever they had in Africa, or whatever they still do. Like even some Hispanic people, right? They got a remnants of some Afro stuff, and they call it Santeria. And so people be reaching out to the dark spirits, to whoever they be reaching out to, and they be doing a lot of funny stuff. And I definitely have witnessed like funny, weird stuff. And I was thinking about making a video because some of the stuff is like people probably wouldn't even believe it.
So,
Um,
so you wouldn't date a Haitian woman or a Filipino woman because, or any Caribbean woman, because that's very popular in the Caribbean islands and Africa. Juju is also popular in Africa. So you wouldn't date these people from diaspora because of black magic?
oh nah, Haitian people. I definitely told myself about Haitian women. I said
Wow.
no,
What about
you know.
continent?
Huh?
What about women that are from the continent of Africa, like African women?
I think
Because
I
they
mean
do,
like I definitely entertain African women. You know what I'm saying?
but
Just
prevalent though. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get like your brain and your psyche. Like, what do you?
nah, but every all right. So I did. I messed. I entertain people from like East Africa. Um, I don't think I have entertained people from West. Well, not really from West Africa, but I know certain people. I just again, if I don't know, like I don't know, right? Like I don't. If I don't know you practice it, I don't know. But like I do know that in my culture, people do that. I do know that in Haitian. I don't mean everybody, every Haitian, but I just try to play it safe. I'm saying like I just try to play it safe. I try to safeguard myself from certain things, and that's just what I be trying to do. Uh, but I was trying to get because I felt like it was more questions. I felt like there was a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Um, but I just wanted to say that like complexion. A lot of times people we be thinking we have a like our type. Oftentimes is connected to like trauma. You know what I'm saying? Our type is oftentimes connected to indoctrination. It's connected to what I'm saying, like domestication, what we've been told is cute, what we've been told is ugly, what like the images we've been fed. So like a lot of people oftentimes say like, oh, I like light skin. Like, what I'm saying? Like they be like, that's my type. That's just my type. And I tell people like, you formulated a type over time. Like, and I think that like, and the crazy thing is like, I don't discriminate, but I remember me and you was talking about this, and I was saying like I don't really run into attractive dark skinned women. Not saying that they don't got some beautiful dark skinned women. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying that like for some reason like I'm like I might see some of them on Instagram, right? That I might never meet, but I feel like on my day to day, like I don't run into like attractive dark skinned women. Like I had a little dark skinned sweetheart, you know what I'm saying, when I was young. You know what I'm saying? She was a little dark little thing, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying for the most part, like I don't really run into them. Like I don't know. But I think that like a lot of times like our type is connected to some type of indoctrination or what we've been made to accept as pretty.
right. That makes sense. I feel like, I definitely agree with like you said. I do not think that our preference like grows in a vacuum. Definitely. Our preferences are definitely defined by like what we grow up with, the images that we see, like all those things that you said, right? And personally for me, I obviously I'm not gonna say obviously, but I'm quite the opposite, right? So I definitely did grow up with the sentiment or like what people definitely idolizing people that were light skinned, and definitely growing up like as a light skinned woman, right? Like hearing conversations about like, oh, like you want a girl that's light so you can have like like pretty babies, and like we've heard like these things before. But I grew up in a very my family is like very pro black, so I never grew up with the idea that I was somehow better or more attractive because I was light skinned. And um I've had a different experience, right? I've definitely have seen like attractive dark skinned women. I think with people who are darker just in general, like I'm just more attracted to them. I think dark skin is beautiful. So personally for me, in terms of dating, I haven't dated anybody remotely close to my skin color.
Okay. This dude James put, I don't want or need a woman to take care of me or cater to me. I want a woman, not a slave. Sound like you want a man, brother. Now let me stop. But like catering, catering to your man is not. a slave. Like, you know what I'm saying? You sound like you drinking the Kool-Aid, brother. You drinking this feminism Kool-Aid, like being in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Or like the same way women want a man to cater to them, women can cater to their man, brother. I don't know if you got a relationship. I don't know if you married. I don't know what's the situation, but man love a woman who is about them. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying, man. Some of y'all can front for the internet. I mean, y'all can act like y'all don't want to be held sometimes, or y'all don't want to be hugged, or y'all don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you can act like that, but I'm telling you, a real man knows, you know what I'm saying, that he want his woman to be about him, right? Like he want his woman to kind of like cater to him, just like she wants her man to cater to him. Girls say this all the time, like I want to do that's about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's all about me. Like he's, you know, he's taking me out to places, even after we've been together for 5, 10 years. Like she still want to feel catered to. Like, you know what I'm saying? She still want to feel like you going just as hard like when you just met her, when you was just trying to, you know, when you first was trying to give her, she wants to feel like that, right? So every once in a while, take her out. Every once in a while, you might just send her flowers. You know what I'm saying? You got her already, but women like that feeling. The same thing, men like the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? Men like to feel like, damn, she really appreciates me. You know what I'm saying? Because what I noticed, even in certain situations, like women oftentimes they don't give a lot of compliments. You know what I'm saying? Like from my experiences, they don't compliment men a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like they expect all the compliments. Like tell me I'm pretty, tell me I'm cute, tell me all these things. But it's like you rarely hear like constantly from women saying like, oh yo, you handsome. Yo, you this. Oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so it's the same thing. I think guys like to hear those type of things too. So and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Taking care and catering to is not a slave, brother. So if that's your mentality, that's your mentality. I'm not here to change your perspective. But you know, the real sisters out there know what's up. They cater to their men. You know what I'm saying?
But
Um
everybody got to find, you know, what works for them. So, you know, uh,
Look, he said y'all two acting extra moody. Yeah. It was Kai, man. She was out here trying to go back on her word. Like I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get to the bottom. I'm a person that like to understand, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. We went a little, my bad, Kai. We went a little back and forth for a little bit. I was just trying to understand you a little better, and you got frustrated. Um, but yeah, I think that's it, man. I think we covered what we was gonna talk about. I don't really see no more questions. Nah, Vic, a man likes to hear her say, "I support as long as you lead." Nah, Vic. I mean, look, man, it is what it is. Like, I think men like to hear compliments too. You know what I'm saying? Women like to hear compliments too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that men gonna get them as much as women do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying once in a while, a woman saying she appreciates you. You know what I'm saying? Like she care for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, once in a while, like men appreciate that. Men appreciate like you notice me.
at the end of the day, everybody got to go where they feel appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone has to, yeah, like everybody has to go with their appreciate. Go wherever you feel appreciated. And if that's outside of your race, or if that's outside normally somebody that you would date, then go ahead. Like at the end of the day, that whole objective in life, right, is to be happy. And I just, again, like I said, just wanted to reiterate, like we gotta
Mhm.
stop focusing so much on like the narrative that like black men don't date black women. Like that's just so inaccurate and so not true, and it's so a part of the agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like interracial relationships are specifically marketed to black men and black women. Like you do not see these images, you do not see interracial marriages marketed to Asian women. You don't see it marketed to Spanish women. You specifically see it between black and white people, black and white just people, whatever, right? Regardless of gender. So I just feel like, you know, we got to be cognizant of that. We got to be aware of that. And again, like stop focusing on the few percentage of people that make disparaging comments. You know what I'm saying? Like go where you are appreciated, period. I've been in situations, even with me as a light skinned woman, where a dude has made comments about my skin color in terms of like, oh, like the baby's going to be pretty or like stupid colorist stuff, right? And immediately that's like the last conversation that I have with him, with that person, and I moved on and never looked back. Cause you got issues, bro, and I don't want to build with somebody that thinks that way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think women, like, we got to start doing that, right? We got to start exercising our options and just start like, yo, like Straight up, like a dude say something, specifically I'm talking to black women, that's like, oh, out of line or whatever, like, dip. It's like mad other people out there. It's mad other black men that love specifically dark skinned black women who find dark skinned women attractive. Like somebody was saying in the comments, to you, because you say you haven't, in your experiences, you haven't seen a lot of dark skinned attractive women. You maybe you need to travel more. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen them. You know what I'm saying? And maybe when you travel, it'll open up your horizons and you'll see different types of women, different types of beautiful dark skinned women, because they definitely out there. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, James. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, man, but yeah, I heard you. But look, it's I'm saying, like, I mean, but look, I mean, I get it. I'm not saying that there are not dark skinned, pretty women out there. I never said that.
I
You
didn't
know,
say I didn't say you said
I'm
that.
not saying to you. I'm talking to the viewers. And I didn't say, just half the time the dark skinned girls I run into, they just tend to be ugly. You know what I'm saying? Not that I won't date a dark skinned woman. I'm just saying though, just like I said before, like dark skinned people tended to be the ones that was getting in trouble most of the time when I was in school. You know what I'm
Hold on.
saying?
Ask you a question. I want to ask you
Go ahead.
this platform that you have, right? If we want to talk about pro black, right? This is excellent. Like with this platform that you have, right? And I mean, we've had conversations outside of this, and I voiced that, like I heard what you were saying, I heard where you were coming from, but I also felt like, like you saying that is something that me personally, like I was like, I'll never be comfortable having that conversation. Like I'll never get up on any social media platform and say that, right? Because there's just already so many. It's in the music, it's in the music videos, it's in media. There's just so many things out here in this world specifically, and I'm not a dark skinned woman, right? And I feel like as a dark skinned woman will probably have way better chance of explaining this because I understand my privileges and which I have. But I hear it in music. We hear it all the time, right? Of black women, people talking negatively about specifically dark skinned women, right? And this is across all races, all spectrums. You know what I'm saying? Specifically talking negatively about dark skinned women. So for me, I try my best to do the opposite because I know that that's just simply not true. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, do you feel like by you saying that, do you feel like you contributing to that?
What's not true? Like I know when I see a pretty woman, and I know when I see an ugly woman. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah.
So to my eyes, most of the dark skinned women I have seen have been ugly. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with that they're dark. This has nothing to do with colorism. Because I told you I had some dark skin before I went to prison. I had a little dark skinned sweetheart. She was she was probably like 2, 3 shades darker than me. You know what I'm saying? And she was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like she was beautiful. And I have seen some ugly light skinned girls. And me and you talked about that. How light skinned girls be thinking they cute just because they light skinned. Like
That's
I I definitely seen I definitely told girls growing up that were light skinned. Make sure y'all like the video. I definitely told light skinned girls when I was growing up, like, shorty, you ugly. Like you're not all that. Like, but they had this sense of pride. They had this sense of arrogance. They had this sense of they was the ish.
yeah.
Why? Because of the industry, because of the images, because of Jay was just light skinned. But no, it's ugly. It's a whole. I'm just saying that a lot of times, just like before, I made a comment that I said like most of the light skinned dudes that I met, they were
What's that?
soft. You know
Light
what I'm
skin
saying?
niggas forehead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Just,
though.
just like I said, most of the light skinned dudes that I met, they were soft. They was getting picked on. They was getting bullied in school. Like, and most of the dark skinned dudes that I met, they was usually the most aggressive. They was usually the most tough. So just like I'm making that contrast, right? It's the same way that like it's this contrast that I kind of like seen growing up. And I'm not coming on some, I'm just saying like that's a phenomenon. Like, and I told people like, yo, it's interesting when I sit back and I think about it. Most of the people that was getting suspended, they were dark skinned. And it could be connected to like they was getting picked on the most, or they
Mhm.
had like some internal stuff going on because they felt like they had to prove themselves, or they always heard negative things. So I get that in the sense of when you have to fight and because you're being picked on and you're being bullied. But I was saying like I also was noticing that phenomenon in darker women. And I trust me, I met some beautiful dark women. I'm not sitting here saying all dark skinned women are ugly. I'm just saying that like the same way that I've met a lot of dark skinned dudes that were tough and the light skinned ones tended to be soft and they just want to be pretty boys. and stuff like that. It's the same way that I met darker women who just wasn't attractive, and so and lighter women who might have been attractive, but I also met some butt ugly light skinned women that felt they was the ish.
I appreciate everything that you're saying. I just want you to clarify, because that sentence alone, you know what I'm saying, can be taken and somebody can run with it, and we just got to be careful with our words. That's all I was trying to do by asking that question.
He said light skinned people got the most approved for the stereotype of being soft. No, but definitely, I definitely try to clear it up because like people will try to take certain things, and I'm like, listen, man, I have been with dark skinned women. You know what I'm saying? Like beautiful dark skinned women. I'm just saying like, but I'm also like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a concentration of dark skinned beautiful women somewhere else, like somebody else said, right?
You got to try.
Um, you know what I'm saying? Plus, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people here mixed breeds anyway. You know what I'm saying? They be having all type of slave master DNA in their blood. So like a lot of people tend to be like either brown. You know what I'm saying? Like and like I feel like there's not a lot of like jet black people here. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of people are like either light or either in the brown from amongst black people. They either in the, you know what I'm saying? Like because a lot of like mixed breeding and rape and all that crazy stuff that has happened. So a lot of us kind of like being like in the in between, you know what I'm saying, or in the light skin.
Yeah.
Um
But even me, like personally, like, like I take that into account, right? So like men that I date, whatever like that, I'm very cognizant of the women that they're attracted to and the women that they dated in the past, right? And so for me, I'm not really interested in men who have previously to me dated white women or just have dated outside their race a lot or have dated specifically what I've noticed is lighter skinned women, right? And even though I'm light skinned, right? Like what does that have to do with me? Again, I just think it's a little, especially for me because I've only dated specifically dark skinned men. It's just weird to me, right? When none of the women that you've ever dated are significantly closer to you within culture or within actual looks and features. So personally for me, like, yeah, like I don't really I pay attention to that. I think that's important. And I think it's
what
just
about
then preference.
what about the Arabs? Somebody asked about the Arabs. I don't know what was the well, what do you mean? But what about the Arabs? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't no, but definitely, I think definitely, certain people just date a certain like my cousin. I remember like me and my cousin used to ride around when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? This one I had a crush on this little dark skinned beauty, this little purple jelly bean. You know what I'm saying? So, my cousin, I was telling my cousin like, "Yo, I want to go, come with me to go see the shorty," and he was just like, "Oh," he said, "Wait, I come on." So we rode the bike, and I was telling him about her like, "Oh, she's mad pretty, this and that." And then when we got there, my cousin light skin, he lighter than you, right? Like you know what I'm saying. And when we got there, he like indigenous, mixed with Spaniard, right? So when we got there, he said, "I don't like black girls." He said, she mad black," like, and I was just looking at him like, "Yo, bro, yo, what you mean you don't like black girls?" Like, you feel me? Like, I felt some type of way, like, you know what I'm saying? Because she was just dark. He was just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, he was just like, just disgusted. Like, and I was just like, and I think now,
About
I don't
skin,
know if he changed, huh?
when he said black, he was talking about her skin color.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then now, like, I don't know if he changed his ways, but like, I just remember looking at him like, yo, bro, like, what's wrong with you? Like, because the way he just looked so disgusted. Like, he was just
Yeah.
like, ew, like, like,
See,
you think
I
she
could
cute?
even
Like,
if a dude like that approached me and was like, "Oh nah, like I don't feel that way about you. Like you got nice skin, or I like your skin color, blah blah." I couldn't rock with a person like that. I couldn't be like, "Oh okay, I'm good, all right." Like even as a light skin girl, like I can't get down with that.
yeah, people have preferences, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, people do have preferences, but we I don't know if you came late, but preferences usually are connected to some type of indoctrination or some type of like we've been forced to drink the Kool-Aid and think that lighter is prettier than dark, right? So preferences are usually rooted, not all the time, but they're usually rooted in ignorant mentality.
Right.
They still practice. I'll say one of these. Somebody talking about slavery. That's a whole nother conversation. Like slavery again was different. Everybody has slaves, and if we want to talk about slaves, go be mad at your ancestors who sold you in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about the white man first. Don't talk about the Arabs. Don't talk about everybody else. Talk about your goddamn ancestors in Africa who was selling you. You know what I'm saying? Before the deal went bad. So you know what I'm saying? Like so, I shoot the deal, white Muslim. I haven't met no white Muslim women. Um, I haven't met any white Muslim women. You know, I mean, by white, maybe Arab. You might say Arab. I met definitely some Arab women that look white, but I haven't met like not that I know. I'm trying to think. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it, man. I don't want to drag this. You know what I'm saying? Guy, you gotta ask people like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we shared about interracial relationships. I don't know what the next topic is gonna be on. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Till next time. Peace.